we go into discussion with time. And I mean, if I'm talking about time, I'm not talking about staying in 5 years before you begin to unfold. No. The first 1 month of communication between the two of us, I will know where you're heading. If that relationship is going to work or not. It's not about money. Don't let anyone fool you. Money is the root of all evil. Yes, money answereth all things. But there are young men that are responsible. That if you speak to them, you talk to them, discuss with them, you will know exactly where they are heading. And you know if it's important, if you would want to give them a chance. Why not? I can give you an example. Okay, I will get there. So let me start with our individual persons. How do people perceive us? How do people see us? How does the opposite sex see us? How do you see them? Your attitude, your personality has a great role to play. So I will tell you briefly how I met my husband. Okay, I was having an IT. I went for an IT in an organization. Okay, and the day I set my eyes on him, he came to look for. It happened that his sister was working a full staff in that same organization, but I didn't know him. He walked in. I was on the front deck that day, so the moment he walked in, with a smile, I greeted, "Good afternoon. You here to see someone? You looking for someone?" With a smile, gorgeous smile. You know I have infectious smile. You agree with me? I have infectious smile. So that smile, he took a turn and looked at me a second time. "Oh yes, I'm looking for someone." Okay. And as he's talking to me, he's heading upstairs, and I'm like, "Oh, who exactly are you looking for?" He laughed. I said, "Can you find your way?" He said yes, and then he went upstairs. Now, coming back, he saw my late sister-in-law. May her soul rest in peace. And then coming back now, he stopped at my desk, and he said, "How are you?" I said, "I'm fine." He said his name is this, and I said my name is that. And that's how, and then he said to me, "Would you mind if I visit you?" And I remember 100%. I said, "Sorry. We don't entertain men in my house." And that was a fact. Because at this point, my parents had relocated back to the village. My father became very sick. So it was just me, my younger brother, and my younger sister staying together. And it was a standing rule. I mean, I was already a graduate. Do you understand? I could have, but I still had younger ones. So it was a rule that nobody brings any man to the house. My younger sister, of course, she knows that. So if I said that rule, it means that at least I should live by example, isn't it? So I told him, I said, "I'm sorry, I don't receive men in my house." He said, okay, he left. So I'm talking about personality. So first of all, we have to be attracted to each other. My attitude. So if I was rude to him, I'm sure I wouldn't have been attracted to him, isn't it? I wasn't rude. My smile, there was something about my smile that I'm sure he gave a thought to, like, wow, this young lady, I like her. And, the rest is history. We went into a relationship eventually. How he found my house, I'm sure you want to know. One day they were passing. No, I was in a salon. My mother came to visit. And he said, "You have a visitor." And I said to my mother, "Visitor? Okay, I don't know. I'm not expecting. I usually don't have visitors." My mother said, "You have a visitor." By the time I left the salon, it was him. I was shocked. I freezed. I'm like, "How did you find my house?" And he explained that they were going home one day, they were in the traffic, and my sister-in-law pointed that is my house. And that's how he found me. The rest is history. We went into a relationship. And gradually, we were just discussing gradually. It wasn't automatic. It took a long time. I mean, few months for us to start what we call the actual dating. But we were first friends. We could gist, we could discuss. And I could talk to him sincerely. I could really tell him things. We were not dating as at the time we were discussing. There was even nothing like, let me take you out. He would just come to visit my house. Since you now know my house, I'll be okay, no wahala, I'll be coming. We'll stay at the corridor, we would talk and talk and talk. But gradually, I realized that, there was something beyond just talking. Gradually. But before then, each time he's leaving, I'll be like, are you leaving so soon? Because the time was never enough. We would gist and gist and gist. Before I know it, time is gone. Time is fast spent. We had a lot to talk about. And his presence was always like, bringing light to my world. So, but I kept telling him, I just left a relationship I'm not ready to go into anytime soon. And I didn't know what his motives were. I saw him as a friend. He's here. As a friend I can talk to. Until a day came, I didn't see him. Second day, I didn't see him. Third day, I'm like, eh? When I saw the sister at work, I'm like, no. What happened? I've not been seeing my friend. He doesn't come around anymore. And guess what she said to me? You told him you're not ready to go into a relationship. Do you think my brother is coming to play around you? And I'm like, oh, okay. But by then, I was already having some strange feelings that it was beyond us sitting down to talk. All of you that are grinning from ear to ear, keep grinning. Because why I'm telling you this story, so that you know that I have what it takes to stand here and talk to us. Relationship is not something you just jump into. Some people are very impulsive. They would have done it before they realize that they have done it. You don't go into a relationship with that impulsive mind. No. So we had already started building without us knowing that. Of course, I had to go look for him, and then that was when we sat down one-on-one and decided that, okay, we are going into a relationship now called dating. We started dating. And by the grace of God, that convention was there. I knew this is what I wanted, because I've always prayed to God that I want a man that will give me peace. Not a man that will buy me Lamborghini. You have to put that effort. You have to communicate. You have to communicate. You have to be patient. To be patient. Because it's not overnight. Because it's not overnight. Nothing is built overnight. Nothing is built overnight. Rome was not built in. You can imagine a young, beautiful woman like me walking in an airport environment, in an aircraft where those men, most of them there, they are ready to turn your head upside down with money. You want dollars, they will give you. Nobody gives anything for nothing, so don't get it twisted. Relationship is not about money, because if it's about money, that means it's only the rich that can buy it. You must be ready to put in that effort. It's a two-way thing. Once I see that, okay, just be ticking, okay. As the time goes, you are able to tick, okay, and then gradually. A man that loves you will be ready to fight for you. A woman that loves you will be ready to stand by you, with or without money. Because by the time we started our relationship, the next phase now was bringing our parents to get to know us. That's another phase. And so Apostle David asked one of the questions he asked earlier on, who is the racist or was the racist in the Bible? Our parents, most of them are racist, whether you like it or not. Once it gets to intertribal marriage, that's when you know that they are racist. I'm from Edo State. He is an Igbo man. And so the father met with me and he said to me, I like you. You have a lot of qualities like that of my wife, but clearly, you can't marry my son. So relationship is not a bed of roses. There are challenges, a lot of challenges that comes with it. Some are smooth. Yeah, if you have experienced the ones that are smooth, you're lucky. So that's when you know the man that loves you, that is ready to stand by you. Will he be able to fight when there are turbulences? Because I do not want to get into a family where I am not welcomed. That will be the greatest thing you ever want to battle with. Married into a family where nobody gives a damn about you. It's during the relationship we will have to clear all of that. And then the young man you're saying here that is my husband, he stood his ground and said to his father, you see this one? I will marry. And, it was just casually said because after I met with his father, he was supposed to come back from work and still meet me in the house. Of course, I had left. The moment the father told me that, I just said, okay, I didn't say much. I finished all that I was doing. I said, okay, Daddy, I have to go now. He said, oh, I thought you were going to wait for Ibe to come back. I said, yes, that was the original plan, but at the moment, I just remembered that I have stuff to do at home, so I have to go now. He said, why not wait for him? I said, no, Daddy, I have to go. I have a lot of things to fix at home. Politely, I left. And I can tell you on my way, my head was rioting. The whole of my system was rioting. What is this? And of course, by the time my husband got there, he didn't see me. He knew something has happened. Daddy, what happened? And he came straight to the house and said to me, don't worry. I didn't choose a for my father. He cannot for me. And that's what he told me. 100% remember. I didn't choose a wife for my husband. For my daddy, he can't choose a wife. I said, okay. If you're ready, I'll show you the road to my village. That was my response, and I meant it. Because I said to him, I said, it's my father that should be telling you whether or not he approves for you to marry me. Not the other way around. He just said, calm down. And that's why I love him till tomorrow. I can do anything because he's fought. He stood his ground. And you guess what? It's just a matter of misconception about where you're from. It has nothing to do with where you're from. It's about you, the individual. I became the most cherished daughter-in-law of my father-in-law. He kept saying, Meg, I love you so much. Thank God. I don't know how I would have felt if Ibe didn't marry you. He kept telling me he loved me so much till he passed. So we must know what we are going into. Are we ready for that fight? When I told my mother said, hey, Igbo. I said, Mommy, don't go there. It's the same tribal issue, Igbo. So what? Mommy, don't go there. My mind is made up. So it was from both sides. At the end of the day, you need to know what you're going to. Is it what's going into in the first place? If it's worth going into, why not? So sometimes relationship can also be a battleground. If you're not ready, don't even bother. Don't let anyone fool you. Because of a truth, our parents, we parents now, we are young parents now, we should understand that we are not totally in a position, or maybe I should say clearly, we are not in a position to choose a wife or husband for our children. We can advise them. We can pray for them to find the right partner. But insisting, that's in the, as I speak, has ruined so many marriages. Because a lot of people, back then when people got married based on family friendship. Yeah? Because I know your family, you know my family. But how much do you know the child? There are people who pretend a lot. A man can package you in a manner that you think that, oh, Father, thank you, I've met the right man. And that's the way some women are. They will package you. Then when you lure you into that relationship, then halfway, you can't go forward. That you see that you want your relationship to be like that of your friend, or you want your relationship to be like that sister A or B, you are joking. No relationship is the same. You don't know what I'm facing in my marriage. You don't know what they are facing in their relationship. And so the fact that you see them from the outside and everything looks, ooh, beautiful, is not every, there's a saying, that is not all that glitters that is good. So there's truly a lot of misconception. You see packaging on home videos, and so as you finish watching, you see packaging on home videos, and so as you finish watching that movie, you're just like, it will be playing in your head that, oh my God, so why can't I have a relationship like this? This is my dream home. This looks good. This guy is so romantic, he's so good. You don't know where he's getting his money from. Don't envy anyone. If they play his real life character, I'm sure you will say, I bind you. So it's not what you see on the surface that is relationship. You must be mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally ready before you go into it. Because if you give your heart to a man and you're so naive and he dashes that heart that you have given, some are not able to recover from it till today. You hear, I would never, ever, ever love again. I don't want to have anything to do with any man. So you need to be careful. That's why I say it's gambling. It's try your luck. You throw it in, it clicks. You have won, you're happy. But if it fails, you're sad. But in trying that luck, you have seen qualities, like I said before, that you want to even give it a try in the first place. Don't let anyone fool you. Don't live another person's life. Be yourself. That's very important. When you go into a relationship, make sure you are yourself. Because what I was 20 years back is still what I am to today. I am Meg. I can't change. My husband easily say, it's so easy to know when you are sad. When the things you don't like is so easy when you don't like those things. And it's a fact. If my husband is saying something and I don't like it, instantly, because I don't know how to act to that young man or to that young lady. This is very important. So it's not just what you see in the physical. A child is born, and this child begins. Of course, it starts by lying. You carry the baby to lay on the bed, and gradually you start teaching the baby how to sit. From how to sit, you start teaching the baby. That's why men use people anyhow. With all due respect, I'm sorry, men in the house, but I'm talking to